What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining us again, or me again, right now for another hangout. Um, my picture should be much clearer. I have much better internet now. To the guys watching that normally come in here, and if we emailed late earlier, I have not sent the link. Yes, this is live, Jesse. I have not sent links yet. I will send them in just a minute. I have a couple things I want to talk about before I send the links out for you guys to join in. Excalibur, I did. I hope you did too. Okay, so before I send the links out and we get started, first thing I want to say is y'all remember me talking about my microphone. This microphone is either USB or XLR, which is what I have hooked up right now. Yeah, Joel, I'm going to send links out in just a minute. Well, the USB part of this microphone broke. So I had to go XLR. Well, I didn't have an audio interface. So I bought this cheap cord off of Amazon. And it was XLR on one end and USB on the other. Well, I noticed that with that cord, it didn't have enough power. The microphone wasn't like putting out enough power, I guess, and I had a lot of static in the background. So I picked myself up an audio interface. It's right here. My sound should be clear. I should be coming through loud and clear. Am I too loud, guys? Not loud enough? You guys can let me know because I can turn all that down now. Well, one of the things I was looking at is, and I bought a cheap one. I didn't buy this big, gigantic. There's some of these damn audio interfaces or audio mixers that are like this big. I mean, they're huge. I'll try to lift mine up. This is all I bought. Okay. Just a little cheapy. I mean, it was $100. That's the cheapest one they had. But I noticed, and there is a point to all this. I noticed that it had a second spot for like a head jack plug-in or a auxiliary cord. And I said, man, I wonder if I can take phone calls. Rocco, I think I probably butcher your name. Thank you. Appreciate you watching. So I noticed it had a second spot where you could adjust stuff, and it was made for like an auxiliary cord. And I said, I wonder if I can take phone calls and where people could hear. So I went and I rigged it up, and I had my wife go outside and call me, and I did a test video, and it works. It's heard. What's up, Isaiah? I haven't sent a link out yet, but I'm going to send them shortly. So, Justin, I got some static. I shouldn't have any static. That's why I bought this damn thing. Anyway, so I had my wife call me and do a test, and it worked. She was coming through. I could hear her in the headphones. After I replayed the video, you could hear her on the video. So I'm actually able to take phone calls live now. Not something that I ever intended to do. I didn't even think this interface would do it. That's not what I was after. I was just after something cheap so that this microphone would come in clear. And okay, good. And I'm probably going to upgrade my microphone. Now the microphone that I really want is the one that Joe Rogan uses. I love Joe Rogan's podcast. His podcast is awesome. And his podcast is two ways. It's on the podcast app or it's live on YouTube, and you can watch it and listen. So anyway, Joe uses the Shure, what is it, the SM7B, something like that. That I really want that microphone, but that microphone's $400. If I was still podcasting, I would probably invest that. But just to do this every Saturday night, I'm not going to spend that kind of money. I may not even buy the next microphone I'm about to talk about because this one seems to do the job just fine. But I don't know. If we start doing the phone calls and stuff, maybe we'll see. So I started doing research on microphones because I got this one when I was podcasting when I was still doing the Cowboys of HVAC. So I started doing some research on other microphones and I ran across a company called Rode, I think is how you say it. And they have two microphones. They have a Podcaster, which is a USB microphone, and then they have a Procaster, which is a XLR type microphone. Uh, from the research I've done, XLR sounds better than USB. And now that I have this interface, I would probably go with the Procaster, so it would sound better. It's about 220 something bucks. That's a little bit more. That's more reasonable than 400, especially for something like this. And I've even seen some reviews where people say the Procaster is better and sounds better than the Shure SM7B. But it is what it is. So the point to this whole story was, now that I can accept phone calls, or that was never my intention. Would you guys be interested in doing something like that? Like having people call in on Saturday nights? Um, I mean, it doesn't matter to me. It's not something I have to do. But if, for you guys that don't like to come in here and show your face, even though you can block your face, would some of you guys in the chat actually call in here? I mean, we can do something like that, but I mean, it doesn't have to. It's not a big deal. Okay, well, we'll look into it. A couple of you guys said, yeah, that would be cool. We'll look into it. But anyway, let's move on. I have three products here. Hold on. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about, and then I'm going to send links out. I'm going to try to keep this short. I have three products here that were sent to me a long time ago that I never did video on or nothing, and I need to give shout outs to these companies. They were nice enough to send them to me. The first one I want to talk about, and you guys may have seen these products, so it's not saying, ooh, look, it's new. I mean, they are kind of new, but you may have seen them already. I just want to give them a shout out here on YouTube because I never did. The first one is from Amrad, which you guys know, who people that make the Turbo 200 and Turbo 200X. They make a multi microfarad start kit. It's hard to see. It's got a 5-year warranty. And if you read down here, it tells you 1 to 2 tons, this many microfarads, 2.5 to 3, this many, 3.5 to 5, this many. And you use your jumpers just like a Turbo 200. What's really cool about this thing is the bottom of the capacitor is magnetic. So if you can't find a place to strap it, it'll just magnet to the cabinet. So if you just sit it down at the bottom of the cabinet, this is a magnet right here. There's a video of it sitting on the hood of a car on Amrad's channel going like 30 or 40 something miles an hour, and it never moves. So thank you, Amrad. I'm going to be putting this on my own unit and doing a review, taking startup, inrush, amp draw, before and after. The next item, Emerson reached out to me a while back and sent me this, and they also sent me some hats. You've all seen the Sure Switch from Emerson. Well, they sent me this. It's a core sense protector. It's kind of more like a traditional contactor, except that it's pretty deep. So we'll open it up. Now you have to use this with a Copeland scroll compressor, according to Emerson. You can see it's much deeper than a traditional contactor. This is the front of it. There's your bottom and your top. Your low voltage wires hook up here. And it has diagnostic codes right here. It also has a sticker with the diagnostic codes that you can put in the unit that comes with each one. I don't know how much it is, but they did send it to me. It's sealed, so ants can't tear it up or anything like that. Pretty nice. I'm going to put this on my unit too, because the unit I have does have a Copeland scroll. Okay. And last but not least, these guys sent me out this product a long time ago, and I never thanked them or did a review, and I'm going to do a review on all this stuff. I'm going to have to hold it because the packaging broke, but Pookie Buster. Pookie Buster sent me the 1/4 inch and 5/16 chucks. You know, since it's open, I'll go ahead and take them out. There they are. You got your 1/4 inch, you know, with your teeth on it right here. And same thing with the 5/16. I'm sure we've all, had to peel mastic back or whatever. Well, these things are supposed to bust through mastic so you can get that screw out. Again, that's why they call it the Pookie Buster. So thank you to Pookie Buster, and I'm going to do a video review on these two. All right. And the last thing is, I was going through some of my stuff here from when I used to podcast. And I did not know this, but I still have 2 Amp Probe ACD 14 Pro meters that they sent me. And I need to give these away because that's what they were sent for. So I'm going to be giving these away in the near future. Also have a shit ton of refrigeration technology t-shirts. I have a Jackson System t-shirt left. So I didn't even know this is stuff I had. I mean, I knew I had the t-shirts and stuff, but the meters, I thought I had given them all away, and apparently I didn't. So I'll be giving those away too. Okay. Well, now that we got all that out the way, I'm going to go ahead and send these links out. Okay, the links have been sent. So if I'm not sure how much the Pookie Busters are, Matt. They just gave them to me. But the links have been sent out. People can go ahead and start coming in here to join. Hats. I don't think I have any hats. Copeland sent me these hats, or Emerson, when they sent me that contactor. I'm gonna keep one for myself because they're really good. They're really good looking hats. Michael?
Hey, how's it going?
All right, buddy. How you doing?
Mike, sound all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Ken, I see you're able to get in, huh?
Yeah, at last. Kind of like waiting for Christmas.
Yeah. How you doing, Ricky?
Good. How are you?
All right, Joel, how you doing?
What's going on, John?
Oh, not much. So, Michael, I don't know if you last week, did you say where you were from?
Yeah, I live just right above Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Okay. Where are you from, Mr. Ken?
Huntsville, Alabama.
Alabama. I've been there before. I've been to Huntsville before. You got your own company, Mr. Ken?
No, I work for an apartment owner. I have about 900 units I take care of.
Okay. Okay. Just HVAC or basic maintenance too?
Uh, heat and air and electrical basically, but when the other guys get stuck, I gotta, I gotta jump in there.
Right.
I've been doing this for 50 years, so there ain't much I ain't done in apartments.
Right. Right. What kind of y'all have electric air handlers in these apartments?
Uh, yeah, electric heat. I got about, I'd say, out of the 800 units, probably 150 of them are window units,
Oh, okay.
and all the rest. When I first came here, it seemed like it was Ream was here mostly,
Right.
so I've just stuck with it just so all the parts work together most of the time, and uh, so I use Ream or Goodman is what she buys.
Yeah. So she has her own account, and y'all buy the equipment and install it yourself.
I buy it from a local supply house, and we have accounts. I
Okay.
use Wittichin's and Johnstone.
Yeah, Johnstone. We have Johnstone. I never heard of the other one. Yeah, Mike, we're starting to get that buzz from you again, like
Yeah.
last week.
Is it done now?
Yeah, it's gone right now.
Okay.
Everything should be better this week, huh, guys? The my picture and everything.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks good and clear.
Yeah, I got that new internet. Matt, Mr. Ken is in Huntsville, Alabama. Anything exciting happened to any of you guys this week?
Man, I've been fighting a walk-in cooler. Well, actually, at this one school, that last week we had to go move the walk-in freezer, the both reach-ins, and the cooler because they were going to shut the power off all weekend,
Oh,
and
okay.
they never fixed it. So yesterday, I had to go and do it all over again, and I just absolutely cannot stand it.
Yeah.
Crawled under my house, making sure everything was still connected because I had some weak vents in my house. I didn't know if there was someone crawled up in one of my ductwork or something, tore a hole in it or something. So I crawled under there to check it out.
Yeah.
I got a new respect for that because I killed 4 or 5 black widows before I even attempted to crawl under there. As soon as I opened that door, there was just black widows just chilling there. Not a fan.
Yeah.
See-
Josh says it's storming in Denver. We've been getting a lot of rain here too.
See, I'd have
Yeah,
just
same
had to
here.
burnt the house down, man. If I'd have seen those spiders, no, I'd have been done with that.
Well, I killed them, so there shouldn't be any more. That's mainly the first 20 minutes me being under there. I was just trying to find as many of them as I could to kill, and then I started looking.
Did you have anything disconnected under there?
No, everything was fine. I think it's just the ductwork itself is kind of small. I think it's just undersized,
Right.
but it all looked good. My return in my hallway will shut my doors for me. So
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
You're probably
But I know it's something. Probably what?
short on return air.
Yeah.
Yep. You don't
Okay.
probably don't have.
Because that sucker is pulling, but everything seemed good.
Yeah.
I took everything out. Coil was clean. I got a package unit outside.
Right. How many
Just making
return
sure
grills?
everything works
How many
good.
return grills do you have in the house?
Just one. It's in the hallway. I got 2 bedrooms in the back of the house, 1 bedroom, the kitchen, and living room in the front of the house. So it's split up pretty equal.
Right.
Well, 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms in the back.
Yeah.
So
Speaking about returns, I have all my units are in a closet up on a elevated floor, and the grill outside is like 10 by 20. But when I pull out the air handler to replace it, they just got a little hole cut out there with looks like a sawzall, and the hole is probably about 8 by 10.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have to saw the floor out to make the return right.
Mike, your static's getting pretty bad again.
Ah, shit. Yeah, I tried to fix this thing.
there's that picture floating around Facebook about that return grill that's just slapped on the wall, and there's no vent behind it or nothing.
Yeah.
That's what that reminded me of.
Mike, are you using a headset or something?
Yeah, and it's a piece of crap, man. Is the static gone now?
No.
No.
You'd probably be better off just not using it and just talking into your computer.
I don't have. I'm on a desktop.
Oh.
Let me. I'll be back.
Okay. Let's see. Young guy pointers to land a job. I don't know, man. I don't know where you're at. Around here, I know guys that come out of tech school. It just depends how the owner is. Sometimes, they'll go for guys out of school. Sometimes they won't.
My wife just got a job since we just moved out here. She got a job pretty quick.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to help out a lot.
Yeah. And you're still enlisted, so that's what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
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 Carrier guys. I don't know. We sell Rude.
How's work been going for you, John?
Pretty steady, except for the rain.
Yeah. It's been raining like hell here too.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, and it's been hot. And I think like Tuesday and Wednesday they said we're supposed to freeze.
Yeah, it's been like 37, 40 degrees here, and we're supposed to get snow tomorrow.
No, it hadn't got that low here, but we've been holding in the 70s. But we're supposed to get some kind of freeze Tuesday and Wednesday, I think.
That's pretty crazy for Louisiana.
Yeah. What's up, Chance?
What's going on, man?
Oh, not much.
Hey, how you doing, Chance?
Not too bad.
How's your dad liking that system, John?
He likes it, man, so far.
Cool.
He really likes it. Hey, Matt,
He's staying busy.
Yeah, he's staying pretty steady. Matt, who did you used to work for when you lived in Central? Man, I still hadn't got to test that. One of the guys asked about the cordless vacuum pump. This past Monday, I did do that TXV, but I didn't have time to set it out and set it up and all that because I had another thing to go do, and I just didn't have time to fool with it. So I just used my regular pump. Yeah, there is an Acme in Lafayette, Matt. Pretty sure.
You're on the camera when you pass by.
What's up, Ted?
There's a giant train warehouse right up the road from me. I might have to drop some applications to.
Yeah, Matt, there's a Acme Refrigeration on Wall Street in Lafayette. Yeah, and there's one in Lake Charles. Shit, there's about 4 of them here because this is where, the main office is out of. The Bosch system, my dad just put one in his house. And when, me and my wife are renting right now, but when we buy or build whatever we decide to do, I'm going to put a Bosch on my house. Well, I hear you, Matt. What was the name of his company? Nope, I have not used the propane-based refrigerants. Canes, is that how you say it, Matt? Is Canes? Ted, I got a friend that used to work for me and Dad years ago that that lives in Greenville, South Carolina. What's up, Kenny? Yeah, Kenny,
Did you end up putting
that was his name, Kenny. If you look right above your comment, his name was Mickey Kane.
who'd you end up getting for internet?
Cox.
Yeah, I went with AT&T.
That's who I had, and it was horrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What's up, Steve?
It was
Steve Plummer?
It was the best signal around my area right now out of all the other companies, surprisingly.
Yeah. Matt, I don't know if there is an Acme in Denham Springs. I know there's like several of them in Baton Rouge, one in Zachary. I think there's one in Gonzales, but I don't know if there's one in Denham Springs. Do what? My favorite mini split is Mitsubishi. Ted, I'm trying to see who my buddy works for in Greenville. I don't know if you heard me, but I know a guy there's a guy that used to work for me and Dad years and years ago. That's where he's originally from, but he was brought here because of his family or something, and they all ended up passing away, so he moved back home. And he lives in Greenville, South Carolina. His name is Travis Burton. I'm looking up right now to see who he works for. Says he works for TWC Services, if that makes any sense, Ted. And it says he lives in Fountain Inn, South Carolina. Yeah, Matt, he is. Kenny Carter is my boss. Depends where you want to move, Steve. I mean, if you're going to leave Canada, you got a big selection. you got many states to choose from. I mean, but
Depending on
Ted,
part of the country, you can choose whether or not you want to be in attics or you want to be in crawl spaces.
that's right. Ted, when you say you seen him around, you mean like him, the person, or the company? Kenny, you at the office? No, Ted, I'm pretty sure he's service, man. He's a really good technician. He's a great technician when he worked for us. We hated to lose him. We were really, I mean, we understand that, he wanted to go home because his family had passed away, but, and he had no reason to stay here in Louisiana, but we were really sad to lose him and see him go. Yeah. All right, Kenny. Yeah, get that thing ready so we can go fishing. Ask him if he's happy where he is. Okay, I can ask him. I don't think he's going to come do installs for you, though. I doubt Travis is going to want to do installs.
Is Ted located in South Carolina?
Yeah, he's in the Greenville area. You need a service tech? I can talk to him, Ted. We talk on a pretty regular basis, so I can definitely let him know. Is Fountain Inn, South Carolina, near you? It says on his Facebook page, it says he lives in Fountain Inn.
It's only an hour away from where I used to live at.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Tell Ted to hire me.
"10 minutes from your office." Okay. I'll definitely let him know for sure. I'm sure he's heard of your company. How's the new office coming, Ted? Hey, Kenny, get that boat ready, dude, so we can go fishing.
That's what I'm about to do. Buy a boat. I've been looking.
I think Ted, are you asking if Joel is a seasoned tech? Is that what you're asking? Oh, very cool, Ted. Very cool. Yeah, no, Joel is new to the trade. He's not seasoned. How far are you from Greenville or the Fountain Inn area, Joel?
Like I said, probably about an hour or so. I'm from Fayetteville.
Oh, okay. Maybe if you want to move a little bit further that way, you might can land a job with Ted.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking. Like I said, I got a couple more months out here, but
yeah, maybe you can get it.
we're looking.
Ted might give you a job.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool as hell.
We got a lot of damn Carolina people on YouTube and in the chat. It's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Ted, how's the Cowboys of HVAC show coming along? Yes, there is service there in Lafayette, but I don't live in Lafayette anymore. Star is also here in Baton Rouge. I believe the main office is here in Baton Rouge.
I've only been to Louisiana once, and that was for a 30-day JRTC trip. And
where was that?
I'm telling you, Fort Polk. I don't remember
yep.
Town around it.
Leesville.
Yeah. The state bird of Louisiana is a mosquito. Damn things are huge down there, man.
Yeah, they are. Fort Polk is is a big base.
Yeah. It was hot, humid, hot, you name it. It was freaking
The
brutal
guy
out
that
there.
the guy that works for Star, where you live, Lafayette or Baton Rouge? One of the guys asked how many years everybody has in the trade. I got 16.
Don't really have any in the trade yet, but in heating and air conditioning for the Apaches, I got about 5 years.
Yeah. Oh well, shit, dude. I live in Livingston Parish too. Got a few more Louisiana guys than I thought. $11 years. Mr. Ken, how long you been doing it?
I was a mechanical electrical director for Huntsville Hospital for about 20 years, and I've been doing this now about almost 20 years.
Okay. What about you, Chance?
About 15 years now.
Okay.
Right out of high school.
Yeah, you're breaking up on us, Chance.
What's that?
You're breaking up real bad.
Yeah, I may hop back in here. It's coming in and out on my end too. So.
Yeah, we can't really hear you at all.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to jump back in here a little bit.
Oh well, you don't live far from me, dude. If you live in Walker and shit, you live right by the shop too, right by our shop. Chance must have bad connection.
Yeah, I think he said he was going to try to clear it up.
Yeah.
Come back in.
Houston, Texas.
Is anybody using a field piece wireless probes?
I'm not right now. I'm using the Testos. I have used the field pieces before, though.
I like them pretty well. I use it with Measure Quick.
Right.
And I've not had any problems with it. I was a big time iManifold user, but I just can't get excited about that anymore.
Right.
Field piece has got them licked.
I made it back.
Yeah, that sounds better. I'm not gonna say who I work for on here. You can email me if you want to, and I'll give you my phone number. I'm not gonna give out my phone number on here either, but and we can text or something. Email me at jisraelhvac@gmail.com. And that's another thing. If I do the phone call thing like I was talking about at the beginning, I'm definitely not going to give out my daily phone. I'm going to go get like a little prepaid phone and use that because
use Google Voice.
What's that?
Use Google Voice. You have a Google account, just get you a Google Voice number and have it forward the calls to your cell.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Kenny said, if you live by the waste management right there, we are like the closest company to there. So if that helps you any, please don't type it in the chat or anything like that.
John, have you ever met anybody other than Isaiah out and about? Just like someone come up to you and say, "Hey, man, I watch your videos."
Yes, several people.
Does your boss know you have a YouTube account?
Yes.
All that?
Yes, that's why I work. My boss is in the chat right now.
Oh, nice.
And that's why I work for him, because he's been following me.
That's awesome. That's like your own resume right there.
Yeah.
You just tell them,
Yeah.
hey, just check out some of my install videos, check out some of my service videos.
Oh yeah, well he's been following me for years, so that's how we ended up hooking up when I came to the area. Yep.
Michael, where are you working at? You still at that company?
I work for the state, really. Well, actually, for a county school system. I've got a
Oh, okay.
128 schools that I service.
Just in the county?
Yeah, in the county. Over 3,000 pieces of equipment.
Damn. What county is that?
Guilford.
Guilford.
Yeah, but I work on a little bit of everything, in the kitchen. I do their walk-ins, their reach-ins, their milk coolers, work on their ovens, hood fans, everything.
Right on.
Yeah, I hate refrigeration.
Just from what I've seen, I'm not a big fan of it either. It doesn't seem as interactive as everything else does.
I actually make more money than the HVAC guys in the county.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, that'd be a huge turn on.
Yeah. It just sucks. You've got to move those freezers when they go bad. They said in the summertime they'll go out and they'll be really rank, and you still got to go in and move them out.
Can you break them apart?
No, I'm talking about all the food that's in there, because in my county, they in the summer they feed year round. They feed the kids. The kids can come in from off the street and eat food, and stuff like that.
That's
they
awesome.
even have food trucks that go to like the parks where the kids are at and feed the kids there.
That's cool.
If I was starting over today, I'd go into refrigeration myself. That seems to be where the money is.
I mean, is it essentially the same type of concept?
Yeah.
It is, but I mean, there's things that are different.
Like, I remember when I ended up getting my universal license on my EPA test, but it's like low pressure chillers, high pressure, and it's been a while, but it said something about low pressure and high pressure. There could be two different systems, and one it's okay to let one like naturally lets out refrigerant, and one doesn't. But I really don't remember.
Justin, are you asking if Vince Gill's from Louisiana? Ted, do y'all do any refrigeration?
I talked to some of the refrigeration guys at the supply houses, and it seems to be it's a carte blanche when they got Kroger or one of them big markets got a whole rack of coolers down.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like you have to go in and talk to the resident about, hey, it's going to cost you this. You just get it done and send them a bill.
Yeah, I mean, well, with the refrigeration, those people have a lot of money sitting in those freezers and stuff. And if they got to maintain business, they can't just tell you, no, it's too expensive. I got to, they're more pressured into forking over the bill versus someone be like, well, shit, I can go another week or so without heat, or I can go another week or so without AC till I try to find out more ways to fix this.
Yeah, they don't play that shit in refrigeration.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Matt, there is a damn Acme refrigeration in Denham Springs. I didn't know that.
The defrost clocks freak me out in refrigeration.
Michael, that guy was asking if Vince Gill's from where you live.
I have no idea. I'm originally from West Virginia. I moved down here 2 years ago.
Okay.
I know Vince Gill visits up in West Virginia all the time.
You talk about a beautiful state, man. West Virginia is breathtaking.
That's what I
Especially
hear.
in the fall, man. You drive through breaking into West Virginia and in the fall, there ain't nothing like it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Just no work and peel heads galore.
Yeah, that is true. I was down there for a couple weeks once. I noticed that pretty quick.
Yeah, you put you a couple. You take you a pill bottle and put you a couple of screws in a pill bottle and shake them and watch them come running. That's the West Virginia mating call.
Mr. Ken, Huntsville is not far from Fayetteville, Tennessee, right?
Correct. It's not
Okay.
very far at all.
Okay, because I went to the Goodman factory, which in Fayetteville, where the Jack Daniels plant and all that is, but it used to be it was the original Amana factory before Goodman owned Amana.
Right.
And they took us to tour that factory, which is closed now because Daikin opened up the new factory in Houston. They even closed down the old Goodman factories in Houston and built one big ass building. But I knew it couldn't have been far because it's been a while.
It's probably less than 30 minutes.
That's what I thought, because Fayetteville is a dry county, and you got a bunch of damn coonasses from Louisiana in a dry county. We weren't too happy about that.
Now, I understand that.
So we drove into Huntsville, Alabama, and of course everybody wanted to go to a strip club. So
Yep.
we went to a strip club in Huntsville. What was that damn place called?
Ponies?
That's it. That's it. Yep, it was a pink building, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Yep, that's the one.
We rent one of our properties rented to a bunch of the workers out of there.
Yep, that Ponies. That's the one we went to. Yep, damn sure did.
When I worked for the hospital, the state inspector come up from Mobile all the time to inspect what we're doing and give us a CO. And he always wanted to go there.
Oh, yeah.
We'd take him to the moon if that's where he needed to go, just to keep him happy. But
yeah. Well, what's crazy is we went to
yeah,
that.
and he wanted 2-inch steaks too. We had to take him to dinner.
We were in Fayetteville, Tennessee, a dry county. That's where the factory was. But that's also where the Jack Daniels plant is, in a damn dry county.
Yeah, that's in Lewisburg.
Yeah, they took us to tour that as well.
That is a real nice downtown area there.
Oh, yeah.
Where Jack Daniels is.
Well, we went and toured Jack Daniels the day after the factory, and I think we had more fun touring Jack Daniels than we did at the factory.
You know, back in the day, when you went to the Jack Daniels, you used to be able to get samples. And
they didn't give us samples, but they did have their products there to purchase.
Right. Well, you can't even do that anymore now. The county or the city or somebody said that there was no revenue being collected on samples they were giving out, so they made them quit.
Right. Well, they had a barrel there for sale that that they had emptied, but you could still smell the whiskey soaked in the damn barrel, and it was for sale, and it was an ungodly amount of money that they wanted for that thing.
Yeah, they split those barrels.
Yeah,
and they're just as expensive as a half barrel almost as they are a whole barrel.
Well, I didn't know this until we took the tour. Other people may know it, but I didn't know. I mean, I'm not really a whiskey drinker, but when whiskey is made, it's crystal clear. It's the barrel that turns it brown.
Right.
When they age it.
Those barrels are burnt and
Yeah.
scraped, and then they put it in there. That's where it gets its color from.
Right, and Jack Daniels does not release whiskey until it ages for at least 10 years.
That's what I've been told.
But when it comes out after it's made, it's crystal clear. You can see right through it. It's the damn barrel that turns it brown.
Yeah, don't they char the barrels or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't that Jack Daniels factory the one that or that their warehouse, their barn where they kept all their barrels, didn't that thing collapse a year ago?
I don't
They
know.
spilt all their.
I didn't hear that. I don't. It
Yeah,
could have, but I didn't hear
I
it.
think it was. I think it was Jack Daniels. It was Jack Daniels or Jim Beam, but it was one of the big ones out here. Their whole like barn that they kept all their barrels in collapsed, and like thousands of barrels of whiskey just went rolling down the hills, and
Yeah, I
they
mean,
lost a lot of money on it.
we got to go in where they age the whiskey. I mean, some of these barrels are, going on 10 years old. And you walk in that barn, you can just smell the whiskey. And like when they're producing the whiskey, like when it's being made in these big tumbling machines, these big barrel, like stainless steel barrels, they'll like pop the lid and just shake it so you can just kind of get a whiff of it.
Oh, it stinks.
Oh my God, it stinks, man. It's bad. I mean, it stinks.
You'd never want to drink it.
No, I mean, it smells horrible.
Fermentation's how it gets alcohol, isn't it?
Yeah. Mr. Ken, one of the guys in the chat asked if you are familiar with a company called Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical in Huntsville.
Yes.
Okay.
This Hillard, whoever he is, he bought out a 1 hour franchise.
Oh yeah, we have one of those.
And then it became Hillard, and then another local company opened a 1 hour franchise. So I really don't know how it works. I see the guys all the time in the supply houses, but
this is the first time I've ever lived anywhere where there's a 1 hour company, and it's unbelievable the people that they have working for them.
Well, the one that was here, it was woman owned.
Oh wow!
And she created quite a business. I mean, she started with nothing, and I can't imagine how much she sold at the Hillards for. But she was Company of the Year 2 or 3 years in a row. She was CEO of the award winner, and then all of a sudden she sold it and disappeared. I guess I don't know. She's probably down in the Caribbean drinking them drinks with little umbrellas.
Yeah. So is Hillard a 1 hour company now?
No, their trucks are all lettered Hillard, and there's none of the advertising that 1 hour had. If you were not there, you don't have to pay. But
right.
No, you wouldn't. You see the Hillard truck, you'd have no idea.
Yeah. What is it? Always on time, or you don't pay a dime?
Yeah.
From what I heard, the 1 hour here. Now, I don't know for a fact, but I've heard from several people that it's not technicians on those trucks, it's salesmen.
Well, the company that took the new franchise or whatever, that is a real good company here in town. They're a big time company. They do big commercial stuff. So I'm assuming they manned it with their guys, which are pretty top notch fellas, really.
Right.
They do a lot of big stuff for the arsenal. I would probably assume they probably got some of that new FBI building they're building out there just before the gate. It's a well-known company. It's been around for years and years and years and years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a couple 1 hours here. They're not horrible companies by any means. But...
So, like the companies that y'all had, did they have like their own name on top of the 1 hour? Like it was, just for example, John Smith 1 hour heating and air, or
No,
was it
not here?
See, the one here, I'm not gonna say the name, but it's the name of a name he made up. Then 1 hour air conditioning.
No, I've not seen any of those. Even when they first started up, it was just 1 hour.
Yeah. David, there's a couple companies I can think of that you're talking about. Are you talking about the one that starts with a B, or the one that starts, or the one that has a last name that starts first name starts with a D, and last name starts with a B. I was gonna say something about when I lived in Lafayette. Now I can't remember.
Hey, am I still breaking up real bad, or is it a lot better now?
No, you're
good.
You're good.
I think it was my Bluetooth headset.
Yeah, no, you're good now. Chance, it was something you were saying. What were you saying about you were talking about 1 hour?
Oh, I just say we got two, one on each side of the state line in Kansas and Missouri here. And, you know, they're just 1 hour. They don't have like a, you know, John Smith 1 hour. It's just 1 hour.
Okay.
But I would hate giving my profits. You know, I think they give like 50% to 1 hour or more.
Right. Well, one of the guys said 1 hour is everywhere, and that's not quite true because in Lafayette there was no 1 hour, and then back in Alexandria where I had my company with my dad, there was no 1 hour. No, David, don't. That's why I said the initials. Yeah. Well, you know, I worked for the one company, the one that's DB. I worked for them. But you know, and from what I heard, 1 hour, at least the one here, they have like a night crew and a day crew. I mean, they work nonstop.
I don't think the one here did that.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that here.
Okay.
I mean, they probably took after-hour calls, but I don't think they scheduled after-hour calls.
Oh no! From what I heard, somebody told me that the one here they schedule work at night. I mean, they have a day crew and a night crew.
Huh. Yeah, I guess they're all different. They're all owned by different people.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I know 1 hour is a franchise, but I guess you buy into the franchise, and
yeah, you buy into it.
And I'm sure 1 hour gets a portion of your profits or whatever.
Yeah, from what I hear, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good sized chunk of profits they take from you.
Yeah.
I know the guy that owns the one here, not too far from me. He's always trying to get rebates and incentives from the distributor, so he doesn't have to share that with 1 hour. He's always trying to find a way to make money that he doesn't have to share with 1 hour.
Yeah. What's up, Ethan? Good to see you, buddy. Oh, I did not know that about them, David. David said there's a company in Lafayette. I'm not going to say the name, but we both know who it is. And he said they have an install crew on call 24/7. So you're telling me they'll do a change out in the middle of the night, David?
That's crazy, man. There's no emergency residentially.
Yeah, but let me tell you something, man. This company that we're talking about, dude, I don't even know what to say. I'm just sitting here shaking my head. I mean, it's like that.
Yeah, we got some companies like that. You know, we got one company in town. They probably got easily, I think they got about 250 trucks. They're huge.
Do they get paid for being on call, or is it only when they have work?
I don't know how it works. David said he thinks he's not mistaken. They'll do an install in the middle of the night.
Shit, better not be my neighbor's house trying to put a furnace in out there in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Yes, Matt, you are correct. Joel, what the hell are you drinking on?
Looks like Jack.
I'm spitting. I ain't drinking.
No, I saw you take a swig out of
I thought it was that too. It's iced tea, I think.
I saw you take a swig out of something that looked like a whiskey bottle.
Yeah,
that's sweet tea.
Oh, it is sweet tea. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was Jack Daniels.
I thought it looked like a damn whiskey bottle.
Oh, okay.
No, I drink beer. I don't really drink whiskey at all.
As far as I don't drink hard liquor either. I'll get to that in a second.
I love whiskey, man, but I try to stay away from it. You guys ever drink Jesse James whiskey?
No, I haven't. One of the guys in the chat asked about training. I never been to school. A lot of guys have. It's not that I didn't want to go to school or think I was too good for it. My father's been doing this since I'm a a baby, so I learned from him.
I learn on the job.
Yeah. The reason I don't drink whiskey, we were at a party one night, and me and my best friend said we were going to start off with whiskey. We had a fifth of Jim Beam, and then we were going to go to beer. So we made us, Jim Beam and Coke. That was what everybody said, Jim Beam and Coke. So we were, not nursing them, but sipping on them. And it just wasn't doing the trick. So we decided to hell with it, and we just started sharing the bottle straight out the bottle. Then we started drinking beer on top of that, and it turned out to be, I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital later that night. So ever since then, I don't do too much hard liquor at all.
I had about 100 of those nights.
Well, my neighbor's got some moonshine. He's got some different flavored ones. And every now and then when me and him are visiting, I'll take a shot of that, and it's some pretty powerful stuff.
I just can't stomach it.
It burns. It burns.
It's not a good burn to me. It's a hard burn.
It burns.
Well, I have to tell you, I like that moonshine.
I like it too, man. It don't take much to get you right.
Nope.
I got a buddy who's every time I drive by, he's holding the cup out there in the street, and I have to pull over after work and tell him I'll be back.
The old mason jar, huh?
Yeah. He puts apples in it after a while, and he puts pears in it. He puts peaches in it.
Yep.
It tastes pretty good.
Yeah, my neighbor. Go ahead.
So I had a buddy that soaked a whole jar of canned peaches inside of. He put all the peaches inside a mason jar and then put moonshine in it. Let it soak for a little while.
You can get in trouble with that, man, because it goes down.
Yeah, we had. Because they're still sweet, so we had 3 or 4 of them. And then I started feeling like I was getting a buzz just off eating peaches. And I was like, what in the hell? Dangerous.
If you can find it, to the guy in the chat, if you can find an apprenticeship somewhere, somebody that's willing to train you, in my opinion, on-the-job training is better than school. Not saying school's not good, but if you don't want to spend the money for school, especially that kind of money, if you know somebody that's willing to train you, or you can find a job that's willing to train you, I'd say go that route.
But there's some apple pie right there.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's good stuff.
Look, that woke Mr. Ken up. He got excited when he seen that.
Well, Ken, I'd give you a sip here, buddy.
Well, I'm just imagining it. I'm doing all right.
Well, look, we did Mardi Gras last night, and my neighbor brought his, man. Oh man, that's some powerful stuff.
I tried drinking Old Smokies one time. I couldn't do it.
That shit is nasty.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like that new Jack Daniel's honey.
That's pretty smooth.
But
Wild Turkey's got a honey that's pretty good too.
The only other thing I'll shoot, and I do it for my mom, because most of you know that have been following me for a while. My mom passed away a few years ago, very unexpectedly at a young age. And I know it's kind of a pussy-fied drink, but my mama loved
Fireball.
Tequila Rose.
Ooh.
It's like a strawberry tequila.
Yeah.
So every now and then I'll take a shot of that just in memory of her, because she loved that shit.
When I was in high school, I went to a college party, and it was obviously not my crowd, but I didn't have any booze at the time. I was too young to buy it, but I ended up stealing a bottle of Tequila Rose, thinking that it was tequila, something I could go home and get drunk off of. When I poured it, it looked like milk. It tasted like strawberries. And
hey, man, don't down it too much. It's got some kick to it.
I gave it away. I didn't even take but half a drink of it.
Oh no,
it was anything.
Oh no, it'll do the job. I promise you that.
Tequila is about the only thing I can shoot.
Yeah. Well, HVAC knowledge. I appreciate you saying that about my mom. I'm sorry, Michael. What were you saying?
I'm sorry, guys. No, I was saying that Josh Mason on there, he said that he'd pay big bucks for real shine It's everywhere, my friend. Springtime, you can get it
it's
everywhere.
there.
It's in Louisiana, buddy.
Yep. I'm
It's
from
in
West
Alabama,
Virginia, man.
too.
They still running steals everywhere.
What you say, Mr.
Yes.
Ken?
I said it's in Alabama too, and that's a good thing.
Oh, I can imagine. Mr. Ken likes his shine.
Mhm.
I can imagine it's in Alabama.
Michael, where you're at in North Carolina is where a lot of it comes out of too. For that
Oh
state.
yeah. I buy it by the gallon, and I make my own flavors. You know, apple pie, and peach, and raspberry, and
You
pear.
buy the real deal.
Yeah, I buy white
White
shine,
lightning.
crystal clear. See plumb through the jug.
Yeah. My neighbor's got some. He's got the flavored ones, but he's got the real shit too.
Yeah. You spend a lot of money for fruit if you buy the flavored. You just buy the white and do it yourself. I mean, you can Google recipes and make your own.
Yeah.
Flavors.
Have you guys seen that show on TLC? Or no, I'm sorry, Discovery?
Moonshiners.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty
that's
cool
a bunch
show.
of fake stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like it's kind of staged, but
Josh in the chat said no shine in Denver, just marijuana.
Well, if I had my choice, I'd pick the shine.
You know, man, I believe it's not going to be. I don't smoke pot. I haven't smoked pot since. Lord, I was probably in high school. But I imagine it's be before too long where it's legal everywhere.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
that brings up a good question. Like the company I work for, they are dead set on smoking marijuana. But if it's legal, and I come to work in the morning and have to take a drug test, how's that going to work?
You know, there's a lot of companies, like especially back in Alexandria, and I don't know about down here or whatever. They don't give a shit about weed. If they pop a drug test on you and all you got is weed, they're not going to tell you anything. Now, I don't know about our company, which I don't care because I don't smoke it anyway, so I don't have nothing to worry about. But I don't know how my boss feels about that. But you know, there's a lot of companies that I know they don't give a shit.
It's kind of like alcohol, though. I mean, alcohol's legal, but you can't show up to work hungover, drunk with alcohol in your system. Same thing.
Would you want somebody that's stoned in the morning working with you in a panel box?
No. I mean, no. If they come to work stoned, no, hell no. But same thing. Like Chance said, alcohol is legal. You show up to work drunk, you're fired.
Correct.
I don't think I'd fire somebody for just marijuana. I mean,
you're talking about alcohol. I was looking to hire a tech here about 6 months ago. And this guy, I pulled in the office at 8 o'clock, and this guy pulled right in behind me. And I got out of my truck to go in the office, and he got out of his truck and fell down. And when he got himself back up, he said, I'm here for that job. I said, well, when did you have the last drink? I said, well, you might just get back in your truck and head on out of here. He came for an interview drunk.
Damn.
Fell out the truck.
Yeah, that's just not going to cut it. I mean, if you, God,
this other dude, he came about 2 weeks after that, and he had all these great things, and he didn't have no problem with drugs. So I give him the ticket to go down to occupational health to take a drug test. He said, well, I'm going to head down there right now. So that night, I called occupational health, and it said he didn't show up. So I called him. I said, hey, I thought you were going down there. He said, well, my car broke down. I'm going there tomorrow. So he goes down there the next day, and he pisses in the bottle, and it was his girlfriend's piss. And the person who took the test asked him if he was pregnant.
Oh, shit.
That's funny.
We were literally having that discussion in my office the other day.
She said, you don't
Same
need
exact
that
thing.
job. She said, you don't need that job. They'll pay you a lot of money just because you can be pregnant.
I got a couple of comments I want to do in the chat, and Ricky, then we'll get to you. See, one of the guys in the chat said the company he used to work for didn't give a shit about pot as long as you did it on your own time and not at work, and if you didn't show up to work stoned. And then there's another guy, the guy in Denver said everybody in Colorado is stoned. Doctors, lawyers, and cops. So
there's a military base out there. You still can't do it. It's just like an army regulation. Even though it's legal and everywhere around you. My brother-in-law got out of the army in Colorado, and he said as soon as he picked up his final clearing papers and he was out of the army officially, he drove right down the road, went and picked up a bunch of weed and smoked it. Free as can be.
Yeah, when I was in the Navy, they told us that our body belonged to the government. We couldn't fight. We couldn't get tattoos or nothing.
I'll be damned.
Facing government property.
In the Navy?
Yes, sir.
No tattoos? What?
This was back in the 60s.
Ricky, what were you going to say a minute ago?
Oh, I was just saying we were having a discussion about someone using fake pee, and that, if it comes up as pregnant, like the person coming up as pregnant.
Yeah, well, that they have these that fake weed that you can smoke that's killed people. They have these smoke shops
it's
around.
Called, I think K2 or Spice, maybe.
Yeah, Spice and
Spice. That's it.
You can buy fake piss there to pass a drug test.
Wow. Didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's crazy. I mean, I know that there was a big thing all over the news back in Alexandria years ago that high school students were smoking that. That's it, synthetic. They call it synthetic marijuana. And these kids died off of that shit.
Yeah, that was big when I was in high school, too. Yep. That stuff is crazy.
Yeah, I worked with this girl and several years ago. And God, she was a beautiful girl. And come to find out, she had an issue with that synthetic marijuana. And, her husband had told me that she had it so bad that she'd get so messed up on that stuff, she'd just stand there and piss herself. And it's really a shame what some of these people get into.
Yep.
And so I really can't grasp the concept of what it would be like, but it's got to be a miserable life.
Yeah. Josh said in Denver, fake piss is big business.
Isn't marijuana legal in Colorado?
Yes.
Oh yeah. So
like I said, I'm sure there's still jobs out there that require you to be clean.
Oh, I'm sure. I guess we try to get back on HVAC, but have any of you guys seen this this multi microfarad capacitor?
I've seen you use it. That's about it.
I haven't used this one.
No. Oh, I see universal capacitor.
Yeah, that's what this is. This is made by AMRAD. This is a multi microfarad.
Didn't Turbo make one of those?
That's what this is, Turbo.
Yeah, I've used it. It's got me out of a gym a couple of times at 10 o'clock at night.
And
I just go back the next day and put one in and take it back.
Right, and the bottom of the sumbitch is magnetic. That way you can just stick.
Mine wasn't.
It wasn't.
I haven't bought one. No, I haven't bought one lately.
What about this contactor from Emerson?
Now, I'm gonna check those out. I'd like to have a few of those.
Yeah, it's now remember, it's got to have a Copeland scroll compressor. That's what they told me.
I have a lot of problem with ants. That would probably be a good thing.
Yeah, this or the Sure Switch. Now the Sure Switch. Have you any of y'all familiar with the Sure Switch from Emerson?
No.
The Sure Switch is also a contactor replacement. Just Google it, but it looks much different from this, and it can be used with anything. But they say this one has to be used with a Copeland scroll.
I'd probably change out maybe 10 in the summer because of ants.
Yeah, same thing here.
Donna, those meters that you have there, are they any good? I mean, you like them? Have you used them?
About these?
Yeah.
They're very good. I have mine that they sent me a couple years ago. You know, they're not a field piece. It's, you know, but Amp Probe is a sister company of Fluke. It's owned by Fluke. And but man, for the price, and especially if you can win one of these I'm giving away, dude, it does everything. I mean, it's really a great meter. It does, you know, it does volts, AC and DC, continuity, ohms, capacitance, you know, temperature. It does microamps for flame sensors. So yeah, I mean, this meter's not expensive at all. It's only like $100 and something.
Yeah, I've got a field piece that, what is it, the HS33?
Yeah, I don't like those. That damn stick meter.
Yeah.
Is it a where the amp clamp comes off?
Yeah.
I can't stand them fucking meters.
Yeah, you know, the best thing I found about it is, though, I mean, you can get different heads for those.
Yeah.
And like I have a micron gauge and stuff like that,
Right.
you know, and I mean, that's what I liked about it. And then I have a Fluke 902, and then an Ideal meter and one of those Southwest things.
The Fluke 902 is the top of the line meter.
Yeah.
But yeah, these little meters right here, I have not had any issues.
I can't stand that stick meter.
I hate that son of a bitch, man.
I bought one and I put it right back in the bag, in the blue bag it came in, and throwed it in the shop and never used it since, and I had it 3 years.
Yeah, I'll never ever own another one of Field piece of stick, one of their stick meters. Now, what I am going to try to do, I think you can buy them refurbished. My favorite meter, they don't make it anymore. The Field Piece SC56. It's a swivel head. It's the ones that were out before the 640 and the 660 and all that. I'm going to try to find one.
You used to have one. I was getting ready to ask you about that because it was in some of your older videos.
Yeah,
and I see you throw it on there and you turn it sideways, and I was like, man, I want one of those.
The one I have does that. I have the SC640, but it's a much bigger meter. But I sold it because I upgraded, but I regret getting rid of it. I wish I would have upgraded and kept it, and I'm going to try to find me one. Let me answer one of these comments real quick. Ronald Young, yes, it's true. They do that to me, but we are not talking about that. No disrespect. I don't mean that in a dickhead way. Just we're not discussing that topic. Anyway, yeah, Justin, I have the SC640. I love it, but I want the SC56 back.
That swivel head meter is probably the best thing they've ever made.
Oh yeah, I mean, it really, a lot of people say, oh, it's not that big of a deal, but it is a big deal. When you can swivel that thing, it comes in handy.
The new ones now have the light.
Yep,
my old one doesn't have a light.
That's the one I have. The one that's got the light when you open up the amp clamp and everything. Yep.
I bought a 770-3 from
Testo. Yeah, that thing is
it's too bulky. I like the idea of the snap clip up. That helps a lot.
The only thing that I liked about that meter was the way the amp clamp did when you pushed the button.
Right. That's why I bought it. But you can't swivel the head, so
right. And one of the things I had was it gave me a false reading. Now, that was when me and all the guys were still tight. But after we weren't tight anymore, they started making fun of me, saying that I didn't know how to work a meter or some shit. And, you know, so I saw a post in HVAC Know-It-All, which is now HVAC Hub. 2 other guys had the same issue with the Testo about telling them there was no voltage when there really was, and they got shocked. But, you know, after the drama, the guys were like, oh, it's just because he's a dumbass and he don't know how to work a meter. That's why he got shocked. Even though I've been using Field Piece for years and never got shocked when they told me. So I just don't trust them. And it was really slow responding. Like when you would test the capacitor, it would, like, you know, scroll across the screen really slow before it would give you a reading.
That's the particular meter of
What's that?
I said that was that particular model, or was it the brand?
It was the brand Testo. It was the 700 series. They had a 770-1, a 770-2, and a 770-3.
So, I mean, I've had some pretty like cheap meters over the years. Never is like for the trade, but I felt like unless I really should invest in a good one. If I'm gonna get one, it should be like the best. Like I'm thinking Fluke is probably the best you can get.
In my opinion, yes, Fluke is great. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But in my opinion, for air conditioning work, Field Piece is the way to go.
Go look
That's
at
the route
one.
I'm leaning on.
Go look at them in your supply house and look at that swivel head and hold it
Yeah.
in your hand and swivel that head. You may change your mind.
Like I said, you Fluke is awesome. But
It is?
for air conditioning, I think Field Piece is the way to go.
I like
yeah.
the Redfish too.
Yeah, the Redfish. Yeah, Chevy, I have an email. I'll put it in the chat.
The Redfish will really even be better when MeasureQuake gets it so it'll accept it automatic.
Right.
I went down to Harbor Freight today, and they had those little magnetic trays with the coupon for 99 cents a piece. I picked up 5 of them, but thought that was a really good deal. Those things are handy as hell.
Hey, man.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Michael, you can't beat them.
No,
Have you seen the new one from Milwaukee?
No. And I love Milwaukee.
It's a sweatband.
Oh, yeah, I think I have seen that one.
they got them at Harbor Freight too.
Do they?
Yeah, I seen them there today.
I've been thinking about trying one of them because I can never find my little damn tray.
I drilled a hole in mine and took a D-clip, and I clipped it on the side of my tool pouch.
Well, I get done, I pull the screws out, put the unit back together, and take off. And about 2 weeks later, I come back to that machine or something, or walking by, and say, well, hell, there's my pan right there.
Yeah.
Hey, go get him, Eddie. Go get him, dude. Thanks for coming in. Charlie, Redfish meters are good. I've never owned one. Well, I did have one. I never even used it, but I think they just came out with a clamp meter.
Y'all guys ever use these Power Probe thermometers? And they got these wireless probes with them.
No, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I got it from eBay, man. I like it. I mean, you get 3 readings, so put one in your return and one in your supply, and then get your room temperature and everything. I mean, and they all clip together.
Right.
Pretty nice
handy.
setup.
Yeah, Chevy, on that email address, make sure you put that J in front of Israel HVAC. I don't know why the chat highlights Israel. I guess because that's the name of my channel, but make sure you put that J in front of it, or I'm not going to get the email.
That Eddie McCrae said that he had to go out on an emergency heat call. So
Yeah, that's what I was telling him. I was telling him to go get it.
you know, I'm on call 24/7, 365.
What?
And
Y'all don't rotate?
no, all of us. There's 3 techs, and we're all on call.
Okay, but y'all don't have one that's like a lead and then backups?
No,
Yep.
just whoever answers the phone first. To be
fuck
honest,
that.
we have such a big county, you know, and so many schools. It's just all who our dispatch calls first, you know.
Right.
Or
Or maybe whoever's closest to the
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, because I live about 45 minutes from my office, and I'm at the upper end. So I mean, I usually get called out for like the northern part of the county and stuff. But but I'm a salary employee.
Oh, okay.
So how they work that is once I go over my 40, I get comp hours.
Oh, okay.
And I get paid. I get time and a half and what it is. So if if I go out and I work 4 hours, then I get credited for 6.
Right.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's a good idea
Yeah.
because they're only going to take it out of tax anyways.
Right. Right. So if I need an extra day off, I can take an extra day off.
What do you guys think about the digital gauges?
I love mine.
Yeah, I love them. The smart probes. Manifolds are starting to ease away. Like most of the guys where I work, they don't use manifolds anymore. They use the probes. But
That's I was looking at the manifold gauges, the digital ones. I think it was from Field Piece.
I have
yeah.
an S-Man 4, but I don't use it anymore.
Yeah, and I still got to make a video on the, but let me tell you something, man. Don't discount the Yellow Jacket's new manifolds. The P51-860, that's the one that's not touchscreen. And then they just sent me the P51-870. That is the touchscreen. And I still have it in the box. I got to do an unboxing video, and I'm fixing to start using that thing because it's a pretty badass manifold, dude.
Compared to the S-Man 4, how is that meter? Is it fatter or skinnier or bulkier?
No, it's not as big like height and width, but it's not as small as the Testo either. It's very well built. I wouldn't say it's bulky. I mean, the only negative thing I have to say about the Yellow Jacket manifolds, the digital manifolds, is their hook. They're still stuck on their analogs. Like with Field Piece and Testo, the hook swivels. Well, with Yellow Jacket, it doesn't. It's a straight hook, so you don't have any leeway to swivel. That's the only negative thing. Yeah, you look at Justin in the chat. He really likes the P51-860. That's the non-touch screen. I traded that for him, and he sent me some Testo smart probes. But yeah, they're don't look past Yellow Jacket if you're in the market. They're really good.
How do you like the touchscreen?
I don't think
I wear gloves all the time. I don't know if I would want a touchscreen.
Well, I haven't got to use the touchscreen one yet because it's still in the box. I have to unbox it. Now so we're gonna find out how responsive it is, and I'm gonna try it with what kind of gloves do you wear?
I use those Gorilla
from Home Depot.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. I use those too sometimes. So I have some of those. I'll put them on and try it with that and see if they react with the gloves on. But I haven't heard any complaints. It's got like a built-in micron gauge, which I don't pull through a manifold anyway. It's got pressure testing like minutes, and I mean it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I still like the Testo. I just like the compact size of the Testos.
Yeah, I mean I still have Testo 550s hanging in my truck right now.
Yeah,
so
those are great.
Yeah. And Field Piece. What's that?
I have the 552 and an S-Man 4.
552. I've never heard of those.
No, 550. Just
oh,
550.
I got you. I've got
the Testo 557s, the 4-hose.
Yeah, see, I don't like 4-valve manifolds, and unfortunately, that's the only way Yellow Jacket comes is 4-valve. Yeah. But I don't like 4-valve manifolds.
Well, I don't even use. I've got a cap on the vacuum, but it has a micron gauge and everything on it, and I mean it's all in one. You don't have to be going dragging a bunch of stuff out. And some good Yellow Jacket ball valve hoses and.
Yeah. Yellow Jacket is not Yellow Jacket. Field Piece is about to release the new S-Mans. You can use them with the wired clamps, or you can use the wireless clamps from the probes.
Are they making it smaller?
They've made it much smaller. They listen to everybody on social media bitching about the size, because that's all. The size didn't really bother me, but you hear all these guys. Oh yeah, I really like the S-Mans. They're just too damn big.
That's why I've never bought one. I just looked at them. They just look chintzy to me, big and plastic and just cheap. I know they're not, but they just look that way.
Yeah. Wait, what did you?
When
Which
the
ones were you
field
talking
piece,
about?
The S bands.
No, they're not cheap, man. They're actually
No,
pretty damn good.
no, I know, but they just looking at them, they
Right.
look that way.
Right.
I've used them a couple times, but I never bought one.
I just got a Facebook message. We got
when
another
the
guy.
S-Man,
Another guy that wants to join
when
us. Go ahead, Mr. Ken.
when the S-Man Force came out, they had a hell of a time with their temperature clamps busting when them old blue ones.
Yes. Yes.
I went through about 3 sets of those, and now the yellow ones seem to have lasted pretty well.
Yeah, if you have the yellow ones, you're in good shape.
Yeah, I remember when they first came out, almost 100% failure on those clamps.
Oh yeah, and then they finally came out with the damn yellow ones, and
Yeah,
I don't know what they did different, but
the spring was too tight, too big for it.
oh okay.
I really like them Testo wireless probes now, though. I really like those. Those are easy to carry. They're small.
Yeah, I'm enjoying mine so far. Everybody bitches about the range, but I could really give a shit less about the range. I mean, I'm not trying to go walk a football field and still have Bluetooth connection to my gauges.
Yeah,
True.
So,
yeah, I've got the Sporlins. I like the Sporlins.
you have the smart tool.
No, I have the other one, just the not the ones with that antenna looking thing on it. Just the
No, yeah. That's the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a good tool.
I got me a brand new recovery machine day before yesterday. My boss went out there and bought me a brand new Appion G520, and which I have one on my personal truck. I have one of those myself. But,
Yeah, that's damn.
What I wanted.
Yeah, that's a damn good. That's probably the best recovery machine on the market.
Yeah, it was like United Refrigeration. It was almost $800.
Yeah.
I've been looking at that new field piece one with the interchangeable oil jugs.
Yeah.
Is that the one that you can change while you're using it?
Well, that's the vacuum pump.
That's the vacuum pump, fellas.
Oh, he said recovery machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, recovery machine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got that vacuum pump that you can change the oil while you're running it too.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's right.
How often do you experience guys change the oil?
I change mine every time.
I change mine after 3 pumps. It depends if it's a dirty system, it's getting changed right away.
See, I have about 4 different Freons that I use. So if with me being the only person using them, if it's the same, if the oil looks good and clean and it's the same Freon that I ran the last time, I might go 4 or 5 times, but usually it's 2 or 3 times. Or if I change Freon.
Yeah, I usually go 3 after 3. I do it.
What Freons you be using, Michael?
We got 404 and 134. What is that? Is it 409? I do believe. Lord, I don't know. I've got about 8 drums of different Freon on my truck, but we only use about 4 of them.
Yeah, I only use 134.
Can't you do a little refrigeration work?
No, I don't do any at all.
Okay.
It's just residential and light commercial.
Who just said that they use 134?
I do.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm trying to send a link to somebody that wants to join in.
I stay pretty much with 410 and 407C.
Oh, y'all don't use 22 anymore?
No, I got too many units. I have to get rid of it because I'm not charging anybody for Freon. My boss is buying it.
Yeah, that's true. Y'all are not collecting anybody.
That's the way with the window units. Everybody says, well, why are you working on window units? Well, when you got 200 of them to change a squirrel cage, you throw the unit out. She ain't going to stay in business long.
Yeah, that's what I like about where I work, man. Now the guys that do refrigeration, they carry some 404A and stuff. Me, I just carry R22 and 410A on my truck, and that's it. And we do have 407C in the shop, but we don't carry it.
Is there any guys in the chat from California?
I'm not sure.
2023 or whatever, they can't use 410 anymore.
Do what?
Yeah, 2023, they can't use 410.
Wow.
I heard that was going out.
It's right on the ICP website. I saw. I didn't realize that till last week.
Yeah, ICP and Carrier have already announced their new refrigerant, R454B.
Is that an ammonia base?
No.
It is semi-flammable, according to Carrier and ICP. But no, it's not propane or anything like that. But it is semi-flammable, they say.
Hey, have any of y'all used the Phil Piece Mega Omer?
I have one. I haven't used it.
Yeah, I have one. I don't really care for it much.
I just use a Supco.
What inspection camera do you have?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Man,
everything I got is Milwaukee.
I bought one of these off of eBay just to check it out. And it's just a long wire, the light on the end of it, and you can plug it up to your phone or your tablet or computer, whatever you want. Man, I like this thing. It's got a really good picture. It's longer than hell too. I mean, so
right.
I think this thing's about 10 foot long.
Well, the way I do it is, I use them, to check a heat exchanger, and then just see if the coil's dirty. If I suspect that it's dirty from my pressures, what I do is if it's mostly gas over here, I'll pull the high limit off and go through the high limit to. That's how I look at a heat exchanger and a coil. If it's an air handler, you can usually go through the little filter door, and you can almost see that with your eyes.
Yeah.
That works good though. That camera.
What is it?
This cheap one I bought works great.
And the last time I checked, those cameras were really expensive from Milwaukee and those other, like Rigid and stuff.
Yeah.
I got a Rigid I use.
I paid $25 for this one.
It's not bad. It's good.
Yeah, I'm a Milwaukee guy. And since I'm invested so far into Milwaukee, I have batteries, I have M18 batteries, I have M12 batteries. It's just better for me that if Milwaukee makes the product, for me to go ahead and buy Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. Now we use the Milwaukee M18s for like our hammer drills and stuff, and when I asked my boss, well, see, my company provides all of my tools. I'm not allowed to take any of my tools on the job. So I asked him for that little combo set of the M12 impact and drill. That's all I wanted. And he's like, well, we use the M18 because we have so many batteries and so on and so forth. And I'm like, yeah. I said, but when you're crawling around on top of a refrigerator or something like that, because we've got these big reach-ins, you got to get up on top of them and work.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to be dragging big old heavy impacts up there, drills.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, John.
Right.
You ready?
Yep.
I had a dual fuel Bryant, one of those Evolution package units.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they gave me a 73 error code. That means, the contactor's shorted out. So the contactor shorted out and stuck in. Burned up pretty bad. So I changed it out. Next day I went back to change the flame sensor on the unit, and the new one was welded shut.
The new contactor?
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking more, could it be The crankcase heater causing it.
I wouldn't think so.
No. So the new contactor, it was for sure welded shut.
Yeah, it was welded shut, and the what's the damn thing on it? One of the contacts, when it pulled apart, it broke apart. It was welded on there, and then that little piece that pulls in together, it broke. And it was welded.
Well, you definitely got something pulling a hell of an amp draw.
Yeah, I checked it after I changed it again. It was only pulling 20 amps. I mean, I checked the breaker, the buzz bar. I mean, that's the only thing I could think could be something at the panel.
I had one similar to that a week or so ago, and when I got to looking at it, the breaker in the main panel, one side of the 220, the screw was just barely catching the wire, and it was overheating. I found it with a flare infrared camera is how I found it.
I need to get me one of those. But like I said, the dual fuel's gas backup heat, so I'm like, no electric heat's coming on, messing with it. So, and it was the number 6 wire on the 60 amp breaker, 4 turns. So I just didn't know what y'all thought about it. What y'all think I should check next? I done armed out the compressor, all that checked out fine.
Yeah, I would do like Mr. Ken said. Have you checked the breaker?
Yeah, I pulled it apart, pulled the breaker. I didn't see no burn marks on the breaker or no wires loose or on the buzz bar or anything.
I had a window unit, 220 window unit plugged in, and I took a picture of it. It was 201 degrees. I pulled the plug out, put a new one on both in the wall receptacle and a new cord cap. Took a picture of it. It was 71 degrees.
Oh shit!
So those cameras work good as hell. It takes a while to understand what you're looking at, but once you figure out the colors and what you're looking at, those things are great.
Which one do you have?
I have the Flare Pro. Plugs into my phone.
Yeah, the Flare stuff is really good. I want to get me one of their cameras.
I've got the Seek camera.
What's nice about it, when you take the picture and you save it to your camera, then you take your finger and run it down the screen, and it shows you what you took a picture of, so you can see exactly where the hot spot is. You're not saying, well, is it the second breaker or the third breaker? You can slide it down and see the panel box right there, and then let your finger up, and it show you the infrared picture over it.
Yeah, I want to know if it could be somewhere in the whip. Something broke in the whip or something, maybe.
I'm sure it's possible.
Start at the ground and then go from there.
So I'm just thinking there's something, intermittent. I'm just not catching, one of those type of service calls where it's going to kick your ass.
Chance, what camera did you say you had?
The Seek thermal camera, the one that plugs into your iPhone.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Is it? Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's about the same price as the Flare version of the iPhone.
Right.
It works pretty good. Hell, I lost my dog out in my back property last year, and he's a black Doberman. I could hear him barking, but I couldn't see the damn dog. So I took that camera out, went out back, and started searching for him. I found him with my camera.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool as hell.
So, John, what you think I need to check?
If you've already checked the breaker and everything, I mean, I'd say, check, like you said, check the whip or something. That's what one of the guys in the chat just said too. Check, he said he has seen intermittent shorts and whips cause similar issues.
Like, see my camera? That's actually that little inspection camera. I've got it hooked up to the laptop.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not,
for the fellow who wants to buy who's looking to buy an infrared camera, the only drawback with that Flare Pro is If you got a life case on your phone, you have to take the case off in order to plug it in the bottom. So check your
That's how
phone.
mine is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the bad thing about some of these cases, you know, these otter boxes and these life proof cases. If you want to plug certain things in, you got to take the damn case off.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hop off here, fellas.
You going,
Take it
Joe?
easy, man.
Yep, I'm tired.
I hear you. Well, thanks for coming in.
Yes, sir. See y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
See ya.
Have a good week.
You too.
What y'all think about the new field piece S-Mans coming out? They're pretty tight. They look like, you know, got the wireless clamps.
Yeah, it'd be hard to say though until you know you get your hands on them.
Cause I have the S-Man 460. The only thing I don't like about it is I got to find. That's why I asked you the other day on Facebook. I need to find well, you know where you put your clamp at on that black piece.
Yeah.
It's got a bar that goes straight through the middle that holds them together. I'm missing that screw, and I was going to see if you knew what screw size it might be or something.
I have no clue. Now, if you call Field Piece, just Google them,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't remember what option you have to press. Their customer service is fantastic. They'll probably give you that for free.
Yeah, because all my stuff, my static pressure, my manometers, all that, is all Field Piece. My meter.
Well, if you tell them that you know that you're a loyal Field Piece customer and all that, something like that, they'll probably just ship it to you for free. They've done that for me before. What was it? I know what it was. When I got in that wreck in my work truck, the battery cover that holds the batteries in and it keep, you know, all that, and the hook broke. They sent me a new battery cover with the screws and a hook for free. No questions asked.
Outside of Vito, they probably got the best customer service there is.
Yeah, I know Vito's got great customer service, but as far as HVAC tools, that's another reason why I say buy Field Piece products, you know, meters and shit, because man, their customer service is outstanding.
They've changed out a lot of stuff for me.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty excited about Jim Bergman with that redfish meter, you know, with the amp thing on it.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for that to come out.
Yep. No, Field Piece is great, man. I mean, I ain't got anything negative to say about them, except I just didn't like their stick meters. But other than that, you know, as far as customer service and all that, I mean, they're hard to beat. I mean,
what about their wireless meters? Have you tried them?
You mean the ones that'll, like, you can hook up like a damn? Yeah. No, I have not tried those.
Because I was wondering if you can use that on MeasureQuick.
Yes.
Yeah, anything wireless can be used on MeasureQuick if it's anything like that. But I haven't tried the wireless.
But I didn't think the Sporlins could though.
No, not Sporlin. I'm sorry. No, it's just Field Piece and Testo and iManifold.
Okay.
Which I have no idea why iManifold works with MeasureQuick when they have their own shit. You know, the reason that Testo and Field Piece work with MeasureQuick is because Testo and Field Piece's apps will not give you CFM. They won't give you EER and all that shit. So that's why they work with MeasureQuick. But iManifold does all that.
Yeah, but the creator of MeasureQuick, Jim Bergman, wasn't he the one that created iManifold too?
Yep.
Yes.
So
and iManifold has not done shit since Jim Bergman left. They haven't updated anything. I think they made a couple small changes to the probes or some shit. They put a color on them or something. But they've done nothing since Jim left.
Yeah.
Well, they have, in a way. They've done a lot with their cloud services.
Okay. How you doing, Gary? We got one guy in the chat that just said that the new iManifold app sucks. So apparently they did redo the app.
He did.
He says it sucks.
The only good thing left about iManifold is that it works with MeasureQuick, Field Piece, and Redfish, and some other things with the MeasureQuick app.
Right.
You can draw from all three of them on the Measure Quick app, it'll instantly read.
Right.
You say you from Huntsville, Alabama?
Yes, sir.
I'm from Florida, but I'm working up here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, so I'm not too far from you.
No, you're not. That's pretty close.
I got a lot of family there. That's where my grandmother was born.
Well, I'm a transplant. I've been down here about 30 years now. I'm from upstate New York originally.
I always wanted to go to that NASA museum they have there.
NASA is a pretty big outfit. Space Center is big too. That's if you got kids, that's the place to go. That's a lot of fun. It really is.
But I've been trying to get my boss, because since I've been back up here, we mess with a lot of gas. Try to get a combustion analyzer, but I can't get them talked into it.
Now, Baccarat, the new Baccarat, it works on Measure Quick.
Oh, their combustion analyzer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Gary, doing good. How you doing, Gary?
Because I had a train with a guy. He's supposedly a HVAC engineer, but he got the damn dresser right in front of his return, and I go under the house and check the heat exchanger. It had a crack in it. But he's like, y'all just checked this thing 6 months ago. How does it have a crack? I said, buddy, you not having enough airflow across that thing's one reason. I said, you got 14-inch return with a damn cabinet in front of it. I said, your static pressure's through the roof. Then he thought I was bullshitting him, so they sent the owner's son out there. He says, oh, I can't see the crack you found. I can't find it. I said, did you ever thought about cutting the unit on and letting the flame go until the blower comes on? As soon as the blower comes out, spitting flames at you. I'm not a big fan of trains.
I mean, train's good. I mean, it's not any better than anything else, but I mean, it's fine.
To me, the most piece of shit equipment I work on, I'm a carrier guy. I'm a diehard carrier guy. Their ductless splits, they suck. I have two of them. One of them's a year old. Damn, the compressor went out, and I had another one 4 months old, and the compressor went out. And we have a lot of issues out of those multi-zone carrier.
Well, Carrier doesn't make their own mini splits, though.
No. Toshiba makes them, I believe.
It has to say Toshiba Carrier.
That's right.
If it doesn't say Toshiba Carrier, it's a Gree.
That's right. Yeah, you told me that. That's right.
Yeah. I kept on every one I had. The back compressor gave me a P6 code. I changed the boards out like they told me to. Damn compressor's bad. Because if an inverter compressor shorts out, it won't trip a breaker. The board catches it before, trips a breaker.
But yeah, Gree pretty much makes everybody's mini split except for Train now. I know Train and Mitsubishi just recently partnered up.
Well, their slogan is 1 and 3 is Gree.
Yeah.
The only problem I really have with Train is just I think they're just so over-engineered.
Yep.
Well, that's how I feel about Linux.
Yeah, Linux too.
But Train, like Josh said, Train's good. So is American Standard. It's just overpriced. My biggest thing with Train is just the way they act towards you if you're not a dealer, and that damn plastic air handler. I can't stand that damn thing.
Yeah, but Train commercial side, they give us trouble too. They won't sell us a unit for residential, but commercial we can buy anything we want. But for residential, you gotta go to American Air. You get American Standard.
I think I heard somewhere that Train now is charging $100 for phone service.
For phone,
it just depends on where you're at.
I know Carrier. We're a FAD dealer at Carrier, and they only give you if you have a major problem, with a customer, you can send one of their techs out. Now they only giving us 2 free trips, and the rest you have to pay $60 every trip. I'm like, what the hell's the sense of being a FAD dealer if they don't, Why were they charging their dealer customers?
You're not going to get any
Is
support.
yours a Carrier Enterprise or is it another distributor?
Carrier Enterprise.
So our CE doesn't do that.
No, ours doesn't either. But Frost, yeah, and then this guy in the chat, Frost Blue Fire, said carriers get the same way. They don't deal with guys that aren't carrier dealers. Well, they're not like that here. I mean,
yeah, it's not that way here either.
Carrier Enterprise is great here. I mean, they go out of their way to help you whether you're a dealer or not.
In Jacksonville, when I was working back home in Jacksonville, Florida, they helped me get my NATE test and all that. Carrier did. You know, they're pretty good back home. I think it's because they sell more because their warehouse is 10 times bigger in Jacksonville than it is in Tennessee.
I've never been to a train distributor that, if you walk it now, I worked for a train dealer in Lafayette. So when you walk in there and you're a train dealer, oh man, hey man, what's going on? How can I help you? But then I also have been in there when I was working for myself and stuff, or another company, and you're not a train dealer. Hey, what you need? Their attitude just completely changes when you're not a dealer.
If you want to be their dealer, they told us we had to sell $60,000 worth of equipment every year for them to be a dealer for them.
Well, yeah, most of them are like that, or they'll tell you, you got to sell at least this much, or you got to be loyal to us. If you want to sell another brand, that's fine, but we always want you to push our brand first. I've even heard guys saying that their train distributor told them, was telling them, you can't sell the equipment for less than, this percentage or this amount of money. Or it's like, how in the hell can you tell a dealer what to sell his equipment for? Once he buys it from you, shut the hell up. It ain't got nothing to do with you no more.
Yeah. On the commercial side, we use big stuff. We use York because York equipment's great, especially on, 25 tons and up.
Oh, York is junk, man. It used to be good.
The commercial side?
Oh, yeah, man. That's all Johnson Controls. Johnson Controls ruined York. Fuck Johnson Controls.
Hell, we had to get a unit. I know y'all probably never heard
and that's what pisses me off, too, man. I'm passionate about that because my dad sold York since I was a little kid, and I sold it with him when I started. And we loved it. This was before Johnson Controls, and it was badass equipment. We had no trouble with it. It was just as good as anything else out there. And if fucking Johnson Controls goes and buys it because they were using the equipment on their job, so they said, well, fuck it, we'll just buy York. And now when you buy a rooftop unit, it don't say York no more. It says Johnson Controls on it. So fuck York, fuck Johnson Controls.
Well, the ones we mess with, you ever heard of Miller's Industries? They're the ones that build all the record truck. We do all their work up there in Ottawa, Tennessee, and they got a bunch of York units. So instead of us, putting a carrier or a train, because if we do that, we have to reroute all the duct work. We're not a big enough company to do. We can do it. The guy that we have working for us, he's got 40 years of sheet metal, but we just don't got the manpower. But York's been good to us. We had a special order to unit, and they said, well, it's going to be here 2 weeks later. So
I'm not saying your supply house is not good to you. It's just the equipment is shit now because of Johnson Controls.
Well, we had a problem getting a unit, so Miller Industry, where we're putting the unit at, they sent their guy in their semi-truck and trailer to go get the damn unit because they couldn't get it to us in time.
Well, no, I mean, that's just good service, but that ain't got shit to do with York. That's your distributor, giving you good customer service.
Yeah, I'm saying, but we had to send somebody from the company we're putting it in for, sent somebody to go get the unit because they couldn't get it to us.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I misunderstood you.
And we got 2 more to change out, 240 tons to change out soon.
Now, yeah, Gary, but those are probably York units that are not Johnson Controls, right? Josh, everything York is Johnson Controls. It's not just Denver; it's everywhere. I mean, Johnson Controls owns it because even the residential products now, because I would still have to go get warranty coils and shit, and they used to just say Unitary Products, and that was the company that was in with York. and now it says Johnson Controls on even on the residential equipment. So Johnson Controls ruined that product.
So, John, you're not pro York and Johnson Control, are you?
No, not at all. Not at all. You know, we got a guy here in the chat that's a good friend of mine. His name's David. I don't know if he's still here or not, but I know he sells a lot of York down in Lafayette. But you know, man, I love that name, and I love the old equipment that we got out there. But when Johnson bought them and they went microchannel and all that, it's a shame. You know, it really is.
I had a York I ran into yesterday, 2 days ago, as a heat pump. What pissed me off was I had to replace the condenser fan motor, and it went into a Molex plug. I mean, that was kind of a stupid design, anyways.
Right.
But the biggest problem I had was there was zero room for me to put a new capacitor in there.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times getting a dual capacitor, at least at my supply houses, getting a 35 plus 10, it's kind of hard to come by. They usually don't stock them, so I always got to put a dedicated capacitor for a universal motor.
Right. Okay, David's still here. David, no hard feelings, man. David's a York guy, so no hard feelings, dude.
Hell, I'm a Carrier guy, and they don't give us nothing free. We're a fad dealer. No shirts, no hats, none of that shit.
They don't give you nothing. They probably give the owner something.
Yeah, they probably give the owner stuff.
No, he said he don't get nothing because he don't. You know, he's barely there. We won't go in supply houses all the time.
Well, it must just be over there because I know the Carriers down here they give out shit. It just depends, you know.
I think it depends on sales.
Yeah, that's probably true too. You know, if you sell a shit ton, they'll throw something at you.
But hell, we sell more than any company in Chattanooga. But the Chattanooga Carrier, they sell more than the Knoxville Carrier does. Because Knoxville's bigger. You know, it don't make no sense because all of our training, I had to go to Knoxville. When I was in Florida, it was in Jacksonville. And I like the one in Jacksonville a lot better than I do the one up here.
Frost Blue. I mean, the Carrier stores here, I've never had an issue. I mean, and I love Carrier products like Carrier, like ICP. I like Rood and Ream. You know, the company I work for, we're one of the biggest Rood dealers in the state. We sell a shit ton of Rood equipment.
Yeah.
I know that we do a lot of business with United Refrigeration.
Yeah, we got one of those. What brand of equipment do they sell? Like residential split systems? Is it
Arco Air?
That's what I thought. Yeah,
they're good equipment. That's Carrier. That's good equipment.
Yeah, it's ICP. It's the same thing as Carrier.
I'll put in a few of those. They've been good because they used to be when they were CC Dixon. They used to be a Lennox dealer. They used to sell Duquesne and Aries.
Yeah, Aries. Yeah. But
we go down there on Friday morning. They feed us. Go in there anytime they got cold pop.
Yeah, they're like that.
Coffee, ice cream.
Yeah. Here's my thing about Rood. I think we got a couple of Rood guys in the chat. Does anybody in here? No, none of y'all sell Rood or nothing, huh?
When I think of Rood, I think of a problem.
Rood and Ream's good stuff, man. It always has been. I mean, it's always been good equipment. The only thing I don't understand, there's a couple Rood guys in the chat, is like when you buy the higher series equipment, like the 2-stage and up, Ream uses the same color from top to bottom. Rood puts a different color top. Like it's different from the louvers. It's a different color. I don't understand why Rood does that. To me, it's kind of ugly. I wish they would do like Ream and just use one color.
I didn't realize they even made any changes to them.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen the new equipment?
We don't. Our distributor that deals with them around here is really small. So.
Oh man, you need to YouTube it or go to Rood or Ream's website, dude. They've completely redone their equipment. I mean, the furnaces are new. The air handlers are about the same from a few years ago, but the condensers, man, it's a whole new design.
I hate changing the fan motor out. The ones with the coil wraps around the squirrel cage.
Oh, the where the heat strip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
hate
that air handler's gone. I mean, they still make it, but it's only if you need it because it's tiny. But that's not their go-to air handler anymore. Okay, I hear you, Justin, and I've learned to like it. But why does Rude do it, but not Ream? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I guess maybe to separate themselves from Ream. I mean, which is the same thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, I thought Rude and Ream were like identical.
Oh, they are. It's like training American Standard, but the American Standard condensers look a little different. See,
Yeah.
that's the thing about training American Standard. The coils are identical. You can't tell the difference. The furnaces are identical. You can't tell the difference except for the name badge. Air handlers are the same way, but the condensers, trains, louvers go horizontal. American Standard goes vertical.
Well, Train's got that stupid cap they put on them too.
That's only on the X models, the X models. But and Rude and Ream used to be like there was no difference except for the sticker. Everything was the same. Now, if you buy 14 SEER and 16 SEER single stage, the condensers are identical except for the badges. Once you move up to 2 stage and above, Rude's the top is a different color from the louvers. So I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just started selling American Standard a few months ago, and
oh yeah, that's right.
They actually got a pretty cool unit that just came out. They got a standard condenser heat pump that looks like a mini split style. Have you seen that?
Yes.
That's pretty slick.
Yeah, that's like for tight spots, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen those. All right, Excalibur. Thank you for joining us. I usually I'm gonna shut it down at midnight. I'm gonna start doing that. Midnight will be the limit. If we decide to get off earlier, that's fine. But I'm not gonna keep it going past midnight.
So, how many of y'all guys getting ready for turkey season?
I don't turkey hunt, man. If I want to eat a turkey, I'll just go buy a butterball.
Oh, come on!
It's too damn hot in them fucking woods to go turkey hunting.
Yeah. Well, you're down south. You're farther south than me.
That's right. It's too damn hot. I ain't going tromping through them damn woods in the damn hot ass weather. Now, you start talking deer season and all that, I'm ready to go. But I'm not going chase after no damn turkey.
Yeah, I looked at my backyard 2 nights ago. I had about 4 or 5 turkeys cruising around. So
I'm sure you hunt, huh, Chance?
Yeah.
I ain't going chase after no damn turkey in Louisiana.
I don't do turkey hunt. I don't spring turkey hunt.
I did that shit one time with a buddy of mine that loves to turkey hunt, and I fucking hated it.
Now, do any of y'all got the HVAC school app? Y'all ever listen to Brian Orr?
I don't have his app.
I don't have his app either. I just found him a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I didn't know he had an app.
Yeah, it's a pretty good app.
I really don't listen to the HVAC to any of the HVAC podcasts anymore.
Well, he's kind of on his own now.
Hello.
Well, he's tied in with he's got that blue collar whatever the hell it is, and I know that Brent Ridley and them are part of it. The Tool Pros. I don't know. I don't listen to none of them anymore. I really don't. The only podcast I listen to is Joe Rogan. I love Joe Rogan, and I listen to Stone Cold's podcast because I'm a Stone Cold fan.
Yeah, I was about to say your new intro. Every time I hear it, I keep waiting for the Stone Cold song coming.
Yeah, that's where I got the idea from. I'm a huge Stone Cold fan. Always have been. He's the reason I started watching wrestling, and I like his podcast, and I love Joe Rogan's podcast.
I like that shirt you got on, Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, man, I love this shirt too.
I'm from Jacksonville. That's where they're from.
Yep. But if none of you have ever listened to Joe Rogan's podcast, you really need to listen to it.
You talking about the UFC guy?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I've seen some of his.
It's called the Joe Rogan Experience. It's awesome.
Yeah. How down there in Louisiana, are they big on racing like we are in NASCAR?
No, NASCAR's not big here, man. We're not really into watching cars make a left turn for 3 fucking hours. We watch a lot of football here. Football,
we do too.
and
Football
especially
racing.
now that I live in Baton Rouge, I live in fucking LSU country. So it's, you know.
Have you been watching any of that the AA? What is it? The American...
Yes, Alliance.
Alliance.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty good football, man.
I watched the first weekend. I keep forgetting about it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Steve Spurrier, he's taking over in that league.
Yeah, there it is. AAF. I like it. I really like it.
Go Gators.
Yep. I mean, I'm looking forward to 2020. Vince McMahon
Me too.
Bringing back the XFL.
I think he's going to do it right this time.
I think he is going to do it right. He's going legit. You know, back in 2001, the wrestlers were wearing nicknames, and
it was stupid.
The Rock would show up over there and cut a promo, and you know they had wrestlers announcing football. He did it wrong.
Yeah. You know the Rock used to play football for University of Miami.
Yeah, he won a national championship. He was the defensive end.
He's pretty good.
But I think Vince McMahon's going to go legit this time.
Oh yeah, I think it's going to be good.
I think so too.
I would love to see him compete one day with NFL. He's got the money. He's got the money too. That's for sure.
Dude, don't ever count Vince McMahon out, dude.
No.
I mean,
it's incredible. They're following with the WWE still. I mean, after this long.
Yeah, I mean, you know, look what he did to WCW. You know, he bought his competition. You know, I mean, people say
on YouTube. I think he's like the top 5 YouTube channel.
Yeah, I mean, people say, "Oh, it's wrestling," but yeah, wrestling is very fucking popular, and don't ever count out Vince McMahon. I mean, that dude is smart.
Yeah, I kind of got out of it when Stone Cold got out of it, but
I got out of it when Stone Cold retired. That was kind of that really hurt my heart. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'll click onto it every once in a while.
Yeah, I watch the pay-per-views. I have the network. You know, I pay for the network every month. I watch the old stuff every now and then with Stone Cold, but you know, he had to retire. He was hurt. He had to retire sooner than he wanted to.
What?
I stayed with it a few more years after that. You know, when Triple H was really doing well, and but
I started watching a little bit when Goldberg came back a couple years ago. That was fun.
Yeah, it was nice to see him smash Brock Lesnar.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
What?
All right.
Stone Cold says what?
Yeah, they still chant that.
Yep. Oh yeah.
All right, Frost Blue. Thanks for coming in.
You should call this a HVAC 316.
Yeah.
Yep, they still chant that shit to this day.
I like the Donald Trump with him and Donald Trump thing on YouTube. You know, when Donald Trump came to, I guess it's WWF.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't care how much money you're worth. I'll whoop your ass.
Yeah, what did he tell him? He said, "I don't care if you're worth
$1 billion,
whatever." He said, "I'll open up an $8 billion can of whoop ass on you."
I don't think there will ever be a Stone Cold again, man.
What's his nickname? The Rattlesnake?
Yeah, the Rattlesnake. And there's also a picture of Donald Trump in the Oval Office with Vince McMahon, Triple H, Stephanie, Linda McMahon, and Shane McMahon and their kids. And it said, "Stone Cold Steve Austin has stunned more than half of the people in this picture, including the president."
That's funny. Yeah, the McMahons, they're pretty big political people too.
Well, yeah, Linda McMahon was running for senator when the presidential race was going on.
Yeah, she's like some kind of special counsel for Trump too.
Yeah, but she's a Democrat though.
I thought I'm pretty sure McMahons were Republicans.
Maybe so. I thought she was a Democrat.
I didn't think so.
Hey, we can say this: Donald Trump's doing a hell of a job.
Oh yeah, I love Donald Trump.
Yeah, he's doing a hell of a job.
I had a comment on one of my videos the other day. Guy said, "John, I really like you, man. I like your videos, but after hearing that you're a Trump supporter, I cannot watch your stuff anymore."
Say good. Don't watch.
Sorry about his luck.
I said, see you later.
Yeah. Go kill more babies.
That's
what
it.
you're supporting.
Yep. I said later. Hey, Mr. Ken, you're muted. You might want to unmute yourself at the top of the screen up there.
So what's that weather like in Louisiana?
It's hot and muggy and rainy.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What's the temperature around there?
The temperature right now is. Wait for my damn app to pull up. It's 66 right now.
Damn, I'd kill for that. We're going through a little cold spell right now. It's supposed to be like 2 degrees here tonight or
Holy
tomorrow.
shit.
Yeah.
But we're supposed to hit, we got 90% of rain tomorrow. And supposed to get down in the 30s Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, this winter won't end, man. This has been brutal.
Yeah, I just bought me a motorcycle, man. I can't wait. I got spring fever.
Yeah. Yep.
I was setting outdoor unit on Friday, and
there you go, Mr. Ken. You're unmuted now. Go ahead, Chance. I'm sorry.
I still use paper towels to wet down, and I set my paper towel down on my oxygen settling tanks, and it froze instantly.
Wow.
In my hands, every time I touched something metal, and my hands were wet, it'd freeze.
Golly.
It was too damn cold.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
I was climbing an access ladder the other day, and I was probably about 30 foot up in the air. Just was getting ready to step onto the platform on the top and drop my freaking iPhone out of my phone holder.
Nice.
Thank God. I'm going to tell you what, guys, if you ain't got an OtterBox, you're missing out.
Yeah, I got one of them.
A 30-foot drop on an iPhone XS, and it survived without a scratch.
Oh, yeah, them OtterBoxes are worth it, man. Yeah, like David said, David in the chat is from Louisiana also. He said it's supposed to be in the 80s during the day tomorrow, but by tomorrow night, we're going to drop to the 30s. That quick. We're going to go from an 80-degree day to a 30-degree night.
Yeah, that happens around here all the time. It sucks when it does that.
John's in Louisiana.
Where it's going to be 80 tomorrow.
Louisiana.
80 during the day, but 30 tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We're looking at 8 degrees wind chill on Wednesday.
Golly.
Yeah, we're supposed to be like negative 15 wind chill next day or two.
I've never seen it that cold here.
Yeah, you don't want it.
Y'all can keep that damn weather.
Yeah. Shit, man, we wouldn't know how to act if we get one drop of ice. They shut everything down here, schools, everything.
Dude, that's how it is in North Carolina too. I'm from West Virginia. We drive in the snow when we deal with it. But here in North Carolina, if they get a little bit of snow, shit, the whole state shuts down.
I saw a meme on Facebook that at the top it said it was a picture of Louisiana with like a couple snowflakes on the ground. And it said, school shut down, everything shut down. And then below that, there was a guy somewhere up north sitting outside in probably 2 feet of snow with his barbecue pit. And it said, how you want your hamburger and your hot dog?
Yeah. These people go crazy down here. Milk sandwich.
I can remember back home in New York where you'd come in from doing something and take your pants off and stand them up in front of the heater, and you could watch them melt down to just a puddle on the floor, man.
Damn.
Snot freezing on your beard.
Damn.
We had one snowstorm this winter, and we got 18 inches of snow. I mean, it just dropped on us.
You're in North Carolina?
Yeah.
That's a lot of snow.
We've had no kind of snow this year. No sleet. I mean, no sleet, no snow, nothing.
You guys ever really?
Usually one time a year we'll get just a little bit of snow or some sleet, and that's it.
We've had 13, almost 13 inches of rain in the last 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks.
Just over a week.
Dang. Oh yeah, it's been raining over here like crazy too, man. But as far as really seeing like snow, snow, no, I've never seen it. I mean, by the time it hits the ground, it melts. You know.
Yeah.
I'll have to pack you some of some dry ice and send it to you next year.
I mean, we want to go somewhere one year and actually be able to see some snow.
You're not missing anything. I want to do it.
Yeah.
If you got kids, it'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't build a snowman here. That some bitch will melt before you can get it built.
No, I guess it's pretty fun. Like we had decent snowfall this year. I took my tractor and built a big old hill for the kids, and
yeah,
they were sliding down it.
Yep. But the thing about our snow here is, though, you can't really go play in it because if it does stick for a little while, it turns everything muddy. It's wet. You know, it's not like y'all's.
Yeah, it don't get cold enough to freeze.
No.
freeze.
Well,
pretty
John,
much
right there in West Virginia, right there in West Virginia, they've got a couple of ski resorts, snowshoe and winter place ski resort and stuff, and
Really?
they have inner tubing and all kinds of stuff, man. It's pretty nice, and it's right there in southern West Virginia. I mean, I know it's a drive, or fly there, but it's pretty fun. We used to go all the time, and then in the summertime they got whitewater rafting there too.
That I'd like to do. Now skiing and all that, I ain't doing that shit. The only thing I do is maybe get on a snowmobile.
The whitewater rafting's pretty badass. I mean, they got Class 6 rapids.
Right. Justin said, "Imagine slipping and sliding to service calls on back mountain roads with no guardrails. Fun times."
That shit happens up there.
Where you at again, Justin? I forgot where Justin's from, and I just shipped him something not long ago. Tennessee, maybe, I think.
Well, I work up here by Lookout Mountain, Signal Mountain. It gets pretty bad when it rains. I mean, when it snows up.
Yeah, Tennessee gets a good bit of snow. Yeah, Justin's in Tennessee.
Alex, you mean y'all get snow out there in California? I thought they made that illegal years ago in California.
I didn't think California got
Causes
snow.
cancer, don't it?
I think a lot of places in California get snow.
Oh, I didn't know that. Shit, California, you can't even have a damn straw in California.
Hell,
no
Maxine
kidding, right?
Waters banned that a long time ago.
Yeah. I couldn't live in California.
I couldn't either.
No offense to you guys that do, and nothing like that. It's just, I mean, y'all can't even have a damn straw.
Thanks to Maxine Waters
Yeah.
and Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, the liberals have ruined that state.
Yeah. We got about 10 minutes left. Y'all think Trump's going to ever get his wall up?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They already blocked his national security thing.
He'll find a way.
He'll probably get mad. He'll probably get mad and build it himself.
That's what I was thinking. He might just end up paying for it himself. It's a damn shame, man.
That or he used the military's money.
I don't think he'll do that.
I'm telling you, man, these liberals, dude, they're just getting crazier and crazier by the day.
Oh, yeah. But God, if Obama said he wanted to build a wall, that somebody should be up so fast.
Yeah.
But I think Trump has quite a bit of wall already built, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, they're building the wall. It's just not much.
And where is it at that he's got it? In Arizona?
I don't know exactly where it's at, but I've seen some footage on YouTube of them building it.
Yeah, he's got a good bit of it up.
I seen a thing last week where they're giving him a hard time out there now because the landowners are having to lose some of their land.
I don't think the landowners care.
Well, the 2 or 3 that they were interviewing was real adamant that they didn't want to give up their land.
Which news network was you watching?
CBS.
That's why.
Yeah, you can't really watch anything but Fox News. Everything
Yeah.
else is liberal.
Better stay on that Sean Hannity train.
If he don't get his wall, he ought to at least build some machine gun turrets or something down there.
Yeah. Gabriel, thanks for that, man. Appreciate it.
That's a shame. Why they don't want to protect our country.
Yep. I can't believe the Democrats won the House. I thought the Republicans would have kept it.
It was fixed.
Yeah, probably so.
The Russians did it.
And it was Trump's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear about the, what's that? Ocasio-Cortez or whatever her name is out in Massachusetts or whatever, or New York, I guess it is. The Green New Deal, eating less cows because, they fart and produce.
Yes, that stupid bitch.
I mean, come on. I mean, she's a communist. She's a socialist. And they keep nominating all these socialists. I can't believe it.
Yeah. That is the stupidest bitch I have ever seen in my life.
Oh, my. She is retarded.
How the hell she got a seat makes no sense to me.
New York, man.
Yeah.
Well, it makes me want to run,
Yeah,
if she can win, there's no reason why I can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Did y'all see where Bernie Sanders said he was going to run again?
Oh, yeah, he's already campaigning.
Yeah.
Well,
he's going to be, 115?
Yeah.
Did you see he got like $6 million in 2 days once he announced?
Oh, yeah.
It's insane. I hope he shares with everybody since he's socialist.
Yeah, everything's free.
Service calls will be free next.
Yeah.
The government's going to pay us.
Well, that's good though. I mean, if Bernie Sanders is Trump's running, the guy that's running, that's an easy one for Trump.
Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
I'm surprised Hillary didn't have Bernie killed.
Yeah, all these liberals, they try to outdo each other who can be the most extreme now.
Yeah. I mean, Maxine Gaines, Nancy Pelosi, and that woman, Alexander, whatever that. I mean,
yeah.
I don't understand it.
I mean, you look at old Nancy Pelosi there, and just think about it for a second. Someone had to sleep with her.
Oh, I know it. Can you imagine?
Oh my God.
Same with Feinstein. You look at Feinstein and go, ugh.
Yeah, Trump will eat Bernie for lunch, especially in the debate. Oh my God.
Gotta feel the burn.
I love how Trump handles those reporters, like Jim Acosta and all them.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh, he don't cut him no slack.
No.
He's like, I ain't talking to you. You're fake news.
Yeah.
You guys listen to Rush Limbaugh much?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to him in a while.
Oh, he cracks me up.
I like Sean Hannity too.
Yeah, I listen to Hannity.
And Mark Levin.
Yep, he's pretty good.
I like Sarah. I like Sarah Sanders. I like her.
Yeah.
Boy, she's got a tough job.
Yep.
Oh yeah. No way I'd have her job.
What's the old girl from Alaska? She used to be the governor up there or something.
Palin.
Yeah, Sarah Palin.
Yeah, and I like her.
Yeah.
I like her. She had that TV show, and they were up there, and they were bear hunting or something. I'm like, I'm down with that.
Yeah, she's been pretty quiet lately.
Yeah. All right, Justin, take care, bud.
I'm really surprised we've been sitting here talking about Trump and stuff, and no one's cussed us out in chat yet.
I I don't meet too many liberals that are in HVAC.
No.
No,
It's not
color work.
free. It's not free, so they don't care.
Yeah.
We actually have jobs. They're not. They don't care about none of that.
Yeah.
That's work for them. That's what they look at. They don't like that W word.
You know how you starve a Bernie Sanders supporter?
What's that?
You hide his food stamps under his work boots.
Yeah.
Yep.
They wanted to tax us like 70 or 80% of our paychecks. That bitch up there in New York, Ortez.
Yeah. The funny thing is, you know how Amazon was supposed to go in New York, and they were going to give them a $3 billion tax break.
Right.
Well, she thought, that they were automatically going to be able to use that $3 billion for something else. It's like, well, you don't realize they were going to spend $27 billion in taxes, and they were going to get a tax break of $3 billion. She thought, well, since they're not coming to New York anymore, well, we can use that $3 billion and improve roads and schools. Like, no, that money's not there since Amazon's not coming.
Yeah.
She's an idiot.
Oh yeah.
Guys, did y'all see that guy that's been like hanging the Trump banners at Disneyland and Disney World and stuff?
Uh-uh.
Oh, you haven't seen that? They kicked him out of Disney World down in Florida twice.
Oh, we got an anti-Trumper in the chat now.
Sorry about that, Angel. We're sorry we hurt your feelings.
On hell.
But anyways, he was hanging like a Trump flag over the rail of a steamboat and stuff like that, and they kicked him out of the park. And hell, he had a season pass, and they revoked it. And then they decided that they were going to give it back to him, so he went back to the park and did it again from a roller coaster. Now I seen a couple of weeks ago, hell, he done flew out to California and did it at Disneyland out there.
Somebody's paying him good.
Next thing you know, you'll be searched for flags before you can go in the park.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's midnight. I think I'm gonna shut her down.
All right, well.
Thank you for everybody in the chat joining in, guys. Thank y'all for coming in. I hope y'all come back next week.
Yeah, sure. To send me an invite.
Oh yeah, I got all y'all's emails. So
okay,
right. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for coming in.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, guys.